being a councilman in Porto, what can we do? What can we change? What can we leverage? What is the next step that we can go? And here we believe that the municipality has a strong role on this ecosystem. So let's focus again on the citizens right now. What can we do for the citizens? And our strategy for this is, we will not forget, of course, and the whole basis of this is our cultural thing, our cultural heritage. It's important to say that Porto has always been a place that people are looking to the ocean, looking to the outside world. It's in our culture. We want to make always better. We want to make it always not to spread, not to marketing, but to make. And this is very important. We were talking about this earlier. Also, there are some things that we want to change in terms of our culture. We have to be more tolerant. I was talking about this before. We have to be more tolerant to failure, and it's important on the ecosystem, on the innovation ecosystem that we want to contribute, that we start being more tolerant to failure. The infrastructure I mentioned is in place, so the investments we don't have to make. It's very important that we continue on these investments, but here is it's here to support this ecosystem, and we want to make sure that it's there for everyone that wants to help the development of the city. Major pillar of all the strategy of the innovation is human capital. If we want to, by human capital, I'm mentioning two things. It's important to have the universities. It's very important to say that we have top-class universities, that we have all the researchers and all the top-class R&D made here in the city. But if we don't consider the pre-university part, if you don't consider that you need all the other human capital in place to support these companies, it will be very difficult. So its major objective is to have all our youth in the technology part very soon. So they have to start very early on this, and this is something that the municipality can help. Entrepreneurs. What do you mean about this? Is that right now the ecosystem in Porto is working. We have lots of startups going in our incubators and accelerators. This major work has been done by the Porto University. There are several fields that we are working, from the creative industries to tech and the design and all others that are going on. But it's important to notice also that lots of entrepreneurship is coming out from the community. And this is very important, and we have to support this and try to go like Startup Pirates or other associations. But it's very important that all these activities and this entrepreneurship is helped. So it's also our goal and our strategy. We cannot forget, and I will. In our strategy, we have to look to the market. So you are in a region that is 1.7 million persons around. So lots of cities very close here. You cannot distinguish where Porto ends. It's very difficult for a foreigner to distinguish where Porto ends and starts the other cities around. But it's very important that in terms of you have 1.7 million people all around, a diversity that I already mentioned, so you can start interdisciplinary startups or projects. It's very easy to do that. We are not concentrated in one field. We are not only focusing on technology or on design. You can go from all these places. It's also important to consider here that being Portuguese and all the Portuguese-speaking countries is an open market, and also this is for us is leverage all the ecosystem. This is our strategy. What are the objectives of the municipality? Well, nothing can be done without the citizens, and we strongly believe that the open government strategy that we want to fulfill is necessary with citizens' engagement. That's our main objective. Social inclusion that is mentioned here in this slide is something that we also believe, and if you think about it, it won't be possible in the 10 years from now to have a city that it's one part technology advanced and the other part totally forgotten. This will create us lots of problems, and not only about that, it's not feasible for a municipality to do this. So for us, social inclusion is something very important. Even in the city that you are right now, there are already some disparities that we want to compensate. And this is one of our objectives. We believe that also this is very important for the innovation ecosystem to become consistent. Saying that, we want the citizens to be engaged, of course. What we want to do, it's something very simple. If we want to invest in these areas, if we believe that this is the path, we want to have efficient public service. We want the city to be more livable. We want to have cost savings, of course. We will not achieve this without demonstrating to all the persons, all the Porto citizens that, okay, we did these small things, or we did these big projects that we are running right now, like open data or others, or the future city centering of the city, and we didn't create savings. No one would understand this. So it's one major goal is with quick wins, but to demonstrate that it's possible with this strategy to create savings. It's possible to become more efficient and to generate, of course, to make the city more comfortable, but to run the city also very, very well. In the end, we are talking about one thing: is creating jobs, and creating jobs. Okay, so it's if we think different, we want to. I think the strategy will not succeed. In the end, we want people to have work. We want to create jobs. Of course, we'll do this with what? Startups, with companies coming here. So we have to make this. This is economic growth is the only path, and we strongly believe that with this objective, we'll make the ecosystem much better. What Porto wants to do is to have a Porto Innovation Hub. This is our contribute to the ecosystem. We'll be a part of the ecosystem. We will not run the ecosystem of entrepreneurship or innovation in Porto. We don't have this role, but we want to be a part of it. And our contribution, and we believe that we can be also a part of this strategy is to have Porto Innovation Hub as a catalyst for the future. And with Porto as a living lab, as mentioned here before, it's very important to say that we want companies to come here and to test. We want companies to help us managing our waste. We want companies to help us in operating the system, the city. We want companies to help us in the energy management. So all the companies, all the universities are very welcome to come to Porto and to test. But not only to test. We want them to come here to build and to from Porto to the world to develop and sell their products. Okay. This is very important for all the aspects that I mentioned. Thank you.